The illegal alien crisis in his home state of Virginia is simply out of control. Delegate Jeff Frederick is calling upon the state's governor, Mark Warner, to declare a state of emergency similar to the recent declarations made by the governors of both New Mexico and Arizona. A spokesman for Governor Warner responded by saying, quote, "In an election year, Mr. Frederick is trying to stir something up that is not an issue in Virginia," end quote, adding that Virginia is not threatened by the border with North Carolina. Delegate Jeff Frederick joins me now from Washington. Delegate Frederick, your response to the comment from the governor's office?
I think it's a little silly. I mean, the fact is that we need to utilize every tool available to us as a state, as a community to deal with the illegal immigration issue. I mean, it's taxing our citizens. It's causing increased public service costs. It's taxing local law enforcement. It's increasing crime with the gangs and other violent crime, and it's intimidation of people at the local 7-Eleven when they try to drive up and buy a glass of milk or buy a carton of milk when they get swarmed of other people. You know, the governor's got this tool at his disposal, and he should really use it. And I don't know why he's playing politics with this. You know, I get calls every day from people in my district, from my constituents.
Mr. I'm sure you do, but the fact is, I thought it was particularly clever of the spokesman for the governor to say that Virginia is not threatened by the border with North Carolina. Well, you know, was that an issue for the governor or for you?
Well, I think, again, it's silly. People are coming through Mexico or Canada or they're coming through a border state to get here, but they're landing somewhere once they get into the United States, and one of the places that they're landing is Virginia. And if the governor doesn't think that we have an illegal immigration problem, then he needs to talk to the people of Virginia, because he's not really listening.
Well, who is listening? Mr. Frederick, Herndon recently approved a day laborer center at taxpayer expense. It's effectively an accommodation incentive for illegal aliens in that town and your state. What are you going to do about it?
Well, you know, a local county supervisor in my district, actually, you know, somebody who making an illegal immigrant day labor center in our community her top priority earlier this year. She's trying to spend $150,000 of taxpayer money to do the same thing. The problem is that she did a little straw poll among her colleagues on the Board of Supervisors and realized that nobody supports it. That if she brought this up for a vote, it would go down 7-1, and now she's backtracking. But this is an issue in our community. People drive by on the way to work every day on Route 1. They drive by these day laborers every day staying out front of the 7-Eleven, and they see it. And they call me and they want to know who's going to do something about this. And this is just one thing that we can do, and there's no harm in the governor doing it.
It doesn't sound like, however, anyone should hold their breath waiting for Governor Warner. Delegate Frederick, we thank you for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.